So it's early in the morning and I'm somewhere around Medina, Ohio in the Chippewa Lake area looking for the remains of an amusement park that was here a long time ago. Everything is very, very overgrown, but from what I hear, there's still a Ferris wheel and a roller coaster and some other rides. And what you're looking at right now was actually a ballroom that burned at some point. This is what's left of it. Just a bunch of charred wood and bent and twisted beams. And in case you're out here looking for a bathroom, you're in luck, because there's an entire wall of urinals here. And these look like old style toilets, seemingly right next to one another. So back then you could really get to know somebody well. All right, so I found the Ferris wheel. You would pretty much miss it almost just walking by it. Not a gigantic one, but there it is, all overgrown, covered in vines, some trees growing through it. Now the cars obviously are gone, you know, where you would sit. They were removed a long time ago. I'm not sure why they never removed the rest of the Ferris wheel. It just sits up here, but I'm glad they didn't. All right, attempting to crawl down into here. So you can see down here all what's left of the motor, the gears. Look at this huge see a little bit of color left from the Ferris wheel here. I'm not sure what this was, but the tree started growing right into it. And then over here it looks like this is the spot where you would stand and boost yourself up on it. This gives you a nice view. You could see the spindle up there, or whatever you would call that, the sprocket. This thing would make some amazing furniture. All these various pieces. And the fencing is still here that used to barricade off for safety. Where you would line up and wait your turn. So some interesting history about this place. It actually started around 1875 by a man named Andrew, who created basically like a picnicking beach type area. This is right on Chippewa Lake. And then I think that all changed hands in about 1878 or so, where it became much more of an actual amusement park. And this was in operation for exactly 100 years. They closed down in 1978, and the property was pretty much left exactly like it was. And then sometime in the 2000s, the property had changed hands a few times, and every few years, some of the stuff was either removed or most of these buildings have been burned down by now. Came across some old cars, or whatever you would call them. I think these are from the Tumble Bugs ride. People would sit in here and ride around on this track, which has to be somewhere in the woods. Looks like they were all painted beautifully at some point. This is more the front of it. And sitting not too far from the little cars is the original track. Look at this. Amazing. It twists through the woods here like this. Coming up on what I think was, oh yes, this was the loading area. So you'd come up some stairs or a ramp, wait for your turn. So this, I think, was the Little Dipper. You could see this cog chain here, this cog system that would pull it up. Not a huge one, most likely for kids, obviously, but goes all through the woods here. This is the drive motor with the pulleys. Let's see, it's been a while since this area has been cleared. I believe this area was cleared in the early 2000s though, which is why these trees aren't bigger. Surprised to see a standing building. Well, sort of standing. It's all but completely caved in here. No clue what this was. Hard to say. Something peeking out tops of the trees here. No idea what this one is. I'm gonna go back and see. It just looked like there was, there's some springs down here. I don't know if these things used to move. You can still move them actually. So who knows? Don't know what that was. Have to look that up. Not sure what the heck this thing was. Whew. Bunch of fencing. Who knows? Not a roller coaster or an amusement park ride, but a couple old trucks. Maybe they were used on the property. Who knows? All right, so I came here, I found everything I wanted to. I was kind of hoping that the Ferris wheel was a little less overgrown, but still, how many times do you see an overgrown Ferris wheel like that in the woods? Pretty cool stuff. So I'm now hot and sweaty and full of spider webs. So it was worth it though. I'm getting back on the road. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching.